Hey guys, it's Danae. I am here today with a concealer comparison. First of all, I want to say sorry about my background. I have somehow misplaced my tripod, and so I can't set my camera in front of my bed over here like I usually do. And so it's kind of on the side, and my bookshelf is messy, and I kind of have like this pile of stuff going on that I've got covered because there is a good possibility I'm moving in a couple months, and so I just have kind of some stuff that like needs to find some storage, but I'm waiting to see about if I'm going to move before I like do something serious about it. So yeah, sorry, it was a little messy. So anyway, today, two concealers. I've heard these both say that this is a dupe for this one. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have the color Light 2, which is vanilla. And then this one is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I have the color 15, which is fair. So I thought I would kind of put them to the test today and see if they really are comparable and exactly the same, and what my thoughts are. I've had this one for over a year. I love it. It's like my favorite concealer. I use it every time that I put, or not every time, but most of the time when I put a full face of makeup on. This one I got just because I wanted a concealer that I could wear when I go to work, and I don't wear makeup usually, like a whole face at least. Sometimes I'll just put a little bit of concealer on. So I got something just for that I could leave in my car, so I don't even have to do it while I'm at home. I could just do it while I'm in my car, stuck in traffic, or stop somewhere. So yeah, and I figured I would compare them to see, because maybe I don't need to repurchase this one. I could just use this one if it's just as good. So yeah, so let's get into it and see the side-by-side comparison. Okay, so before we get started with the side-by-side comparison, I did want to just say one more thing. I have used both of these, and I like both of them. I've never done them both on my face at the same time in order to really get a full comparison. So just thoughts before I start. I do think this is pretty comparable. This one, the texture is a little different than this one, even when this one was brand new. But I think they are pretty comparable. As far as packaging, they look almost identical. This one is just a little thinner. I think the plastic in is a little thinner. You can kind of see that the thick layer of plastic between where the concealer is and the edge of the container. This one you can't. This one has kind of like that soft velvety texture on the outside, and this one doesn't. It's just smooth. So this one looks and feels like if you're more high-end than this one is, just from the packaging. But I mean, they are packaged pretty similarly, so yeah, let's get into the comparison. Okay, so I thought I would start by putting my foundation on, just so you can see what my skin and my under eyes looked like with nothing on it, so you can really see the difference that the two concealers make. So today I'm using the Healthy Wear Physicians Formula Tinted Moisturizer, which actually is pretty good coverage for a tinted moisturizer. And I'm just applying that with a sponge. Okay, and I'm going to put just a little bit, I always put my foundation on my under eye circles, or just all over, you know, my eyes, to give it kind of a base, and then I put the concealer on after any type of foundation I use, because then you're not using too much concealer. It's using the least product possible. Okay, so it does a pretty good job for being a tinted moisturizer. It covers pretty well just my general like uneven skin tone or any blotchiness, but you still can see some blemishes. I've got some redness on my chin and under my eyes. So yeah, so My Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer is in the shade Vanilla, and the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer is in the shade Fair. And this one is significantly older than this one, so it is a little bit drier just from being older. But this one was thicker when it was new than this one is. This one's pretty watery, and this one right now is very thick and a little more dry. It's drier than it was when it started, but it's still much thicker and drier than this one is. Let me put them on my under eyes first. Yeah, I'm running out of this, and there we go. And when this, my Nars was brand new, I could pull it out once and do both under eyes and any other blemishes that I had. Good one there. And I'm going to do my chin with this one. And get that blemish there. Okay. And then this one is the Maybelline. And I'll do kind of this redness here with this one. Alright, so as you can see, they're kind of about the same color. You can tell, well, I don't know if you can tell, but hopefully you can tell this one is a little thinner than this one. But they look about the same color. So then I just take my same sponge again and I blend it all in. Okay, so there you go. Here they are, both blended in, bold. And so, at least as far as I'm noticing, the part where you're blending in, well, at least as far as I'm noticing, the parts where it's just covering like redness and discoloration, like my chin and in between my eyebrows, I think they both do a fair job. The redness around my nose, I don't really see much of a difference. I can tell that this under eye is a little less covered than this one. But I think definitely if you wanted to avoid I think this one is $38, or it's either $38 or $44, I can't remember. I'll leave it down below. So if you didn't want to spend that much on this, I think the $12 that this runs is definitely worth it. This one, you can sometimes get it on sale too. But I think this one, especially when it's brand new, this one is drying out, it's old, I'm running out of it, is an awesome concealer. I think it covers everything perfectly, blends in. As far as my shade, these are pretty much exact. I can't speak to the other shades if they match up as like perfectly as these two do. Let's see if we can build this up just a little bit, make it look just this one spot right here that gets. Yeah, you can definitely build it up. This one, the Nars, I'm sure you can build it up. I've never had to. Like, it's always just like one coat is enough, or one layer is enough with this, especially if you put a powder on with it. This one, you can certainly build up. I think putting just that extra little bit has helped it a little. It's still, maybe I'm just being really picky, but to me this side still doesn't look as covered as that side, but it's certainly way better than it was before. And so I tend to use this one when I'm like doing my full face of makeup, going to church, I'm going out somewhere, I will use this one. I use this one more on like an everyday basis when I just need something to put on before I go to work. I don't like I don't need to put on expensive concealer. I don't even usually wear any other makeup, but if I'm just like really tired or have like a really big blemish, I'll just put this on just to kind of make myself feel a little better. Okay, so that are my thoughts on these two. I probably will still repurchase this one just because I love it so much. Yeah, I think if this is way out of your price range, that you could get the Maybelline Fit Me and it would be work just as well. You can definitely build it up so that it will be as high coverage as this. And these, you know, the Maybelline ones you can always get on sale, so I think it is a really good deal. If you are a different shade than the Fair, let me know if you've been able to find like comparable colors, because these are the only color, it's the only color I've tried. Obviously it's the color of my skin tone, so I don't know if the other shades of the Nars ones match up with the other shades of the Maybelline ones. So let me know what you think about that. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see kind of more side-by-side comparisons, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!